Hi, this is Connie. Today's recipe is for the universal favorite food worldwide, pizza, and we're going to do the pan pizza version in a cast iron pan in just 60 minutes.
And hi, this is Vince. Welcome to our channel, A Quick Recipe. This homemade pizza is better and even faster than you could ever get from your local pizza shop.
We're going to start by prepping the pizza sauce. In a mixing bowl that has 28 ounces of tomato sauce or pureed peeled tomatoes, we're adding 7 tablespoons of tomato paste. By the way, the amount of sauce that we're preparing is enough to make 2 12-inch pizzas, so you can freeze it for the next time you have that pizza craving. Blend the tomato paste in well, and then start the seasoning. First, 2 teaspoons of granulated sugar, 2 teaspoons of garlic powder, and 1 teaspoon onion powder. Then 2 teaspoons of dried basil, 1 teaspoon of dried oregano, and finally a good pinch of dried chili flake or red pepper. Mix everything well so that all of the ingredients get evenly distributed. And put the completed sauce to the side. Now the pizza dough begins. Start with 8 ounces of cold beer, and warm it up to about 95 degrees Fahrenheit to accelerate the yeast fermentation. And then pour the beer into a large mixing bowl. If you don't have any beer, just use plain tap water. Add 4 teaspoons of instant yeast. That's the ingredient that makes it possible to have homemade pan pizza dough in 60 minutes. Follow up with 2 teaspoons of granulated sugar, 4 teaspoons of extra virgin olive oil, 3/4 of a tablespoon of salt, and mix that all up well. Now comes the flour. You'll need 2 1/3 cups of bread flour. Bread flour has the required amount of gluten that's needed to give you the chew that is expected and desired in pan pizza. Start by mixing the dough with a spoon until it starts to get a little difficult to stir. Take a moment to subscribe to our Quick Recipe channel and give us a like.
It makes it possible to create more episodes for you.
Then wet your hands with water and begin to knead it. Once it gets to the consistency that it can be folded repeatedly and it can be shaped into a ball, cover it and allow fermenting to begin for the first 15-minute period. Now we'll go through the second round of kneading. This time as we knead, fold the dough over itself repeatedly for a few minutes, until you feel the resistance in the dough. Then cover the dough again, and let it ferment for another 15 minutes. Now the actual construction of the pizza begins. Start by lightly oiling the pan with extra virgin olive oil. Or use a spray-on oil if you have it. The oil not only helps to release the pizza, but also helps to give it a real crunchy texture to the dough. Oiling your hands makes it easier to handle the dough. Place the dough in the center of the pan, and push it outwards to the edge of the pan. By the way, we're using a cast iron pan, which really helps to achieve and contain the heat in baking the dough. Cake or brownie pans will work and make an excellent pizza pie, but there's something about cast iron that really gives it that crunchiness. Now create dimples in the dough with your fingers. This prevents the bubbling and puffing up of the dough and helps to hold everything in place. Spread the sauce somewhat liberally, but don't use too much. That causes soggy pizza. Depending on your love of cheesiness, spread as much mozzarella as you like. We're using nearly the entire 16 ounces. If you're grating your cheese instead of buying packaged cheese, grate it as coarsely as you can. It's easier to get even coverage. Finally, add your toppings. Our gang's vote was for just pepperoni. Now for the final time, we're going to cover the pizza again for 15 minutes for its final proofing. After the final proofing, we're going to bake the pizza for 16 to 18 minutes in a preheated oven at 550 Fahrenheit. Here's the list of ingredients to build a 12-inch pan pizza. We'll start with the ingredients for the sauce. You'll need 28 ounces of tomato sauce or peeled pureed tomatoes, 7 tablespoons of tomato paste, 2 teaspoons of granulated sugar, 2 teaspoons of garlic powder, and 1 teaspoon onion powder, 2 teaspoons of dried basil, 1 teaspoon of dried oregano, and a good pinch of dried chili flake or red pepper. Now for the pizza dough and toppings. 8 ounces of beer, 4 teaspoons of instant yeast, 2 teaspoons of granulated sugar, 4 teaspoons extra virgin olive oil, 3/4 of a tablespoon of salt, 2 1/3 cups of bread flour, 16 ounces of shredded mozzarella cheese. And then your toppings, we used 8 ounces of pepperoni.
You can review the list in the Show More section below. And for a hard copy of these ingredients with complete directions, use the download link that's also in the Show More section. That makes my mouth water.
Bon appetit! Here are a few more tips and recipes that you may find interesting. Also, check out our website, aquickRecipe.com, for more interesting cooking ideas.
Thanks for watching. See you next time on our YouTube channel, A Quick Recipe.